F6, F6 Pro, M6, M6 Pro, X6, X6 Pro. POCO has already run out the code name 6. It's time to release 7, right? The first to come is the X series. The standard version of X7 will have a separate review for it. Today we will start by reviewing this X7 Pro. Maybe you will think it looks very familiar. Yes, it's the global version of the Redmi Turbo 4, which we've done an unboxing video on before. You guys might not be able to get that phone, but you can definitely get this phone. So it should make more sense for you guys that we are doing a review of the X7 Pro. The X7 Pro we got is the yellow black vegan leather version, the one POCO wants everyone to buy. They have really done a good job with the design. Not only is the color impressive, but the recessed line texture is very cool. It's no less beautiful compared to the Turbo 4's best looking white color. Real fans should know that I'm not quite fond of vegan leather, but for once I'd recommend you to get this one because the other two models have a plastic back covers. Sadly, the LED light strip from the Turbo 4 camera isn't on the X7 Pro, but the weight of the body is also well controlled, with none of the 3 color variants exceeding 200 grams. NFC and IR blaster are there too, just missing the headphone jack and TF card expansion. What's more, both phones in the X7 series are IP68 certified. This feature is very rare in mid-range phones. Good job, POCO. What exactly is pro about the X7 Pro? One of them is the screen. The main upgrade over the standard version is that it's brighter. It's not an LTPO panel, and like the non-pro version, the minimum refresh rate is only 60Hz. But the completely flat screen, ultra narrow bezels, and flagship level brightness is excellent for a mid-range phone. Except that the resolution isn't as high as the one on the Redmi K80 Pro, the low brightness isn't DC dimming, all the other specs are almost the same. So POCO has actually tried their best to give us the best screen possible. After all, it's priced not that high. The only thing we can complain about is that the cover glass is Corning Gorilla 7i and the non-pro version is with the Victus 2, which is even better than the pro version. So where did the POCO spend the money on? The answer is performance. The biggest selling point of the X7 Pro and the most intriguing is the heart inside it, the Dimensity 8400 Ultra. This is MTK's latest mid-range processor, tasked with beating the Snapdragon 8s Gen 3. Judging by the benchmark scores, it does fulfill its mission, except for the single-core performance, which lags behind the 8s Gen 3 a bit. It wins in every aspect. The main reason for the result is its unique all-P-core design. All 8 cores are A725 with only the frequency difference. Coupled with a TSMC 4nm process, this processor promises to be the best mid-range processor of 2025. As usual, gaming tests were still based on the Genshin Impact. With the 5.0 version of the graphics upgrade, the X7 Pro also performed well. Of course, there's a gap with the flagship processor like the Dimensity 9400. After all, the GPU performance is only half of it. The X7 Pro trades higher power consumption for higher frame rates. The cooling system seems to have been enhanced as well. While it consumes a lot of power under high-load games, as long as you are playing games that don't require a lot of performance, such as PUBG Mobile, then it's almost as good as the flagships, both in terms of power consumption and frame rates. Overall, like these scores, the gaming experience is improved, but not by much. It's hard to say that this is a phone designed for gamers, but it performs well for most apps that most people use. Because of the excellent power efficiency at low to medium loads, the X7 Pro will definitely last much longer than those mid or low-end phones. I'm glad to see that the X7 Pro only has 2 cameras. Removing that 2-megapixel macro camera was the best decision POCO ever made. The main camera is an IMX AA2, just like the standard version. The ultra-wide camera is again 8 megapixel, so you guys shouldn't expect too much from the X Pro's camera system. I mean, it can fulfill the basic needs, that's all. Because the main camera has the help of an in-sensor zoom, it can shoot the scene within 50mm. The color style is more on the realistic side and the clarity is good. Even if there's no macro camera, you can still get good macro photos after 2x zoom. Anyway, the main camera is pretty good. The camera you really need to worry about should be that 8 megapixel ultra-wide camera. Yes, this camera is as bad as you think it is. I'm not going to repeat what flaws it has, because as you can see by looking at these photos, it has exactly the same flaws as any other mid-ranger. If you must take pictures with it, then use your photo skills to make up for the hardware flaws. There's not much to say about the video recording. Thanks to the power of the processor, you can also enjoy the stabilized footage from the EIS in 4K 60fps video recording. The front camera should satisfy most people if they just take selfies. Just recording video still support up to 1080p 30fps. The X7 Pro comes with a 90-watt wireless charging, 10 minutes to charge up to 38% and 37 minutes for a full charge. There's no wireless charging, but the good thing is that it charges pretty fast. It also has a huge 6000 mAh battery. It's pretty impressive that you can put such a large battery in a phone that's less than 200 grams. Except for the Genshin Impact, which consumes more power, all the other segments are very power efficient. Compared to the Turbo 3, also known as the POCO X7, the improvement in battery life is very obvious. In my opinion, there are two most important things about mid-range phones: performance and battery life. As long as you get these two parts right, then the phone will be with you for a very, very long time without lagging. As it happens, the POCO X7 Pro does a great job of both places. If you don't have high demands on photo quality, then it is the best New Year's gift from POCO to us. I'm from Gizmochina, a little late of a wish, but Happy New Year to you all.